Hello, everyone. This is Maria from mariascraftingcorner.com. Welcome and thank you so much for being here with me today. Hi, Susie. Hi, Judy. Susie was just commenting that the snow just melted away. We have probably like 5 inches of snow, and I want to say at least in parts. In some other parts, I have probably like a couple of inches of snow, but it's not melting. We're just having a very cold snap here in Colorado, and just the snow is extremely happy being here. It's what it looks like. So, getting used to it. My poor chickens are kind of sad. I don't think they've come out of the coop since it started snowing during the weekend, last weekend. I don't know. They're just like camping inside the coop and not coming out. I think they're kind of scared um of the snow. It's like that white thing, not for them. Hey Tara, how are you? Yeah, we definitely have had a consistent colder weather since, let me think, probably Wednesday last week or something along those lines. It started Tuesday, Wednesday last week, which I think was partially why I was a little bit concerned about the internet connection in the other life, which was kind of disastrous. But yeah, it's been cold, and I don't get me wrong. I have to say I'm always very very happy when it snows here in Colorado, so we don't struggle a whole lot during the summer. And I think that that is helping some of those areas where we receive less snow usually. So, God knows, we're just here and wait. Um, okay, so for those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. I appreciate you guys stopping by. My name is Maria, like I said at the beginning, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. If you don't know much about Stampin' Up, you can always go to my website, which is mariascraftingcorner.com, and you can check out some of the information there regarding Stampin' Up, regarding my reward system, and other stuff. If you would like a catalog, and at this point in time, we have 3 catalogs out. Please send me an email to maria at mariascraftingcorner.com, and I will very, very happy send you the catalogs for free. Okay, so last week was kind of a it's so funny, Judy. Judy's saying that they have like 13 seasons. I think we all in every state it's a little bit similar, right? You feel like you're starting your winter, and then we had quite a warmer snap a little bit ago. And I'm just telling you, it's just being very cold. But we have that saying here in Colorado too, so that's pretty funny, Judy. Um, I have been working on trying to get a whole lot of ideas and, how would you call it? Well, I'm working on trying to set up a real good program to attract um, people to be in my team. Although I am not technically speaking like really building a business kind of setting, just because I am very realistic, I would like to have a team, kind of the way I see it is like a close community we can hang out with. So if you're interested in that, again, you can send me an email to mariascraftingcorner.com, or you can just go ahead and go to my website and contact me directly there. I don't have a whole lot of announcements. I'm going to go to the crafting table because it just will be easier to talk about that other stuff in here. So we're going to be working first today. Yay! I kind of remember with Playing in the Rain, and actually with the whole suite, which is called Rain or Shine. And you guys know I absolutely love my whimsical creatures and coloring, and yeah, this was close to my heart as well. The paper is super cute. You've probably seen it before from some other uh, demonstrators, but I just want to show it to you real quick. It is a specialty paper, and I don't know if you can tell that this has some shine to it. So it's very, very beautiful. Same as these water drops. I really, really like it. It's very happy. You can tell some of that again of that shine into the animals dress and whatnot. I really like it. And the other side, same as always, it's cheerful and you can use really at any other or for many other ideas, not exactly just with these paper. um, I really, really like it. So this is what we're going to be working today, and I wanted to chat with you about the upcoming um, January kit, paper pumpkin kit, because it has and it coordinates with these. All right, I love this suite. It coordinates with this suite, and you can see a little bit of the paper here, very similar to that. I am not sure exactly what it brings, but it will have an add-on, and that add-on includes the little frog and flowers. So I just want to recommend you guys this. I love when they create paper pumpkin kits that match so well with one of our sweets because it's super useful. So here it is, guys. Don't hesitate to subscribe. If you do what we call a prepaid subscription, then you may be able to get some of the free rewards that come up with celebration and some of the free rewards within my own reward program. Um, I would like to go to both of those places, but as it is, I am kind of like not going anywhere. It's just we have too many plans and we're not like really focusing on traveling right now. Tara, I love the idea. I love that paper pumpkin. And I know I've had this conversation with you several times, but I do love that two things. The first one is that these this kit brings, same as always, all these dies, not kits, sorry, these dies always include so much more, and I love that about the dies from paper pump, oh my god, from Stampin' Up. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that they include in their dies not only something for the stamps, right? Because like if you notice, this one is here, this one, but also just extras, right? Like this little bridge that we'll be using today. There's a little kite and so forth. Be some grass. I mean, look at this one too. It's just a tree stump. So I really appreciate that from from Stampin' Up. Okay, I have to take paper pumpkin kit out of my brain, because I know some people have said every so often, well, it's that their um dyes are more expensive or some stuff like that. But the reality is that a whole lot more is offered, and I know because I have been a stamper and a card maker person for a very long time, and I've used other company stuff, and I know um, about these. I know that they do include a lot. The other thing I love about these specifically, but it happens a lot in some of our with some of others, is that these dies actually cut some of these images. And so it just makes card making so much easier, right? No, no coloring, no complications. You just go ahead and cut it, and it's just super, super good. So it's a great idea altogether. Okay, I'm gonna drink some water. It looks like I wanna. Sorry there, guys. I've probably been talking too much today. Oh, you guys. Well, I've only been living in Costa Rica and then moved to Colorado, so that's all my life in two towns. That's it. Okay, so what are we going to be doing today? I told you guys this is going to be It does. It's just not only the quality. I think they're mindful, right? They create. They're. I mean, the other companies I like a lot of them. Don't get me wrong, but I just feel that they really try to add extra value to the products, right? Like I said, getting those dies to cut the paper, or or the extra dies they put in every die set. I think that there's things like that are really, it just shows that they're committed to their customers. That's my perception, and their quality is really good. I agree with you on that. Okay, so we are going to be working on a twist and pop card. It is not a new card by any means. I have another card that I would like to show you. That was my practice card. It does. I don't know. Did you see it? Like, can you see it? Let's see. There you go. You can see like all of it shines. Not all of it, but some of it, and it's just so freaking cute. I love it. But then again, we all know I am like a ferret, so it's all good. So I do like interactive cards. I think that was when I started initially working with cards, it was the coloring and it was interactive cards. Like, it blew my mind how you can make some of these cards. It's so funny. So, anyways, I'm going to start with giving you some of those measurements. They will be linked below for you after the live. So, this is just a regular piece of balmy blue cardstock, and it measures 11 by 4 1/4, a square by 5 1/2. So, it's just a regular envelope, Maria, a regular A2 card. And then we are going to have a lot of decorations to it. So we will need, and I'm going to do it like this so I don't show you all the cuttings. So I can show you most of the cuttings. It's fine. So I used a white, basic white piece, just 1/8 smaller. So this will be 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then we're going to do another one. I absolutely love these little scene. That is another 1/8 smaller, so 4 by 5 1/4. And then on the inside, we're going to do the exact same two measurements in here with some other cardstock. We have in this card a mechanism, and we will need for that a 3 by 9 piece of balmy blue and a 3 by 8 piece of balmy blue. I've seen many other variations out there. This just worked for me. All of them work. I just didn't work on those variations as well. I just kept it very simple. So before we work on the mechanism, I want to start by decorating our front. And this is why, and it is because once we... Oh, really? Right. It's super easy. I agree. I love that card. It's very simple, and yeah, I love it. So we're going to start doing these, let's see, decorating the front, because once we start building up the inside, it's going to be very complicated to add the other stuff. Hey, Mary, how are you? I really appreciate you guys being here. It always warms my heart. So let's start decorating these and playing with this. It's mainly adding the layers, because the rest is easier to play with because you can just put them on later on without having issues. But I don't know you guys, but I always struggle with layers. So I feel that we need to use that. And I don't know if you notice how I went all the way there to like created this this curve. Oh, thank you, Mary. I just appreciate you guys so much. And I think this is a smaller piece. I don't know. It's a good one. I always have several extra pieces. If you've been here before, you know that I mess up every so often, and because I mess up, I just have some of the extra pieces cut up so I don't struggle while we're doing the live. And like I said, this is probably one of my favorite papers. It's just so adorably cute, especially if you like to create scenes like I do. You guys know. Actually, Mary forwarded me a card that I think I'm going to do probably next week. A gorgeous card. I don't even remember who was Mary, who was the author. She found it on Instagram. Really, really beautiful card. So that's what I'm going to go. We have a lot to put in here for later, but we are going to focus now on the inside. Before we work on the mechanisms again, we're just going to decorate these two pieces. And what I created, let me see. Yeah, you can see it. What I created is one sky, and the other one would be like, it's kind of like a continuation of them. And I think it looks super cute. This paper is from the Dandy. Why do I always forget stuff? I wish like I keep a good memory. That just doesn't happen. It's one of our free gifts in the celebration. And is this paper. Dandy Designs is what it's called. And you can get, it's 48 12 by 12 pieces. And so you will get that with $100 purchase. And it is beautiful. I love it because it has all sorts of different patterns that I really think they're super useful when you're creating cards. So I got this one that has some balmy blue and some of that. This is old olive, and this is very Dandy Designs. Yes, Tara, that's the case. But you see, it just creates some super cute interest on the sides. It's not too noticeable, but I really like it. So we're going to adhere these two. And I'm just making sure that I have these on the right side because this needs to go, these two are at the bottom and this needs to go on the top. So if you guys make, if you guys see that I'm making a mistake, please holler. Because we all know that happens, right? Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and add this layer. And we need to add these two layers before we actually put the mechanism in there. Unless you just want bare cardstock, which could be perfectly okay. I think you guys know me too well at this point in time. I will not do just plain cardstock. It's too much. I'm double checking again just in case. It wouldn't be the first time that I messed that up. And these are, again, just as the front, eighth smaller. Each of them is an eighth smaller. Now we're going to go ahead with the clouds, and you can see the little chime. Ah, there it is, the chime in the clouds. I absolutely love it. Let's go ahead. If you hear the dogs, they're barking. My husband is just getting back home. And the dogs bark very much. Oops, that's not very straight, Maria. And they're loud. They're very loud. They're big dogs, so yes, they're going to be loud. And that's the whole goal, right? Is that they are loud and protect us. Sometimes they're way too loud, but that's fine too. Okay, and I'm going to put this one here. And I want these clouds on top because the mechanism is going to go like in the middle, so it will kind of cover us. So be mindful of that. I am aligning here. Let me move this a little bit here. I'm using this edge to align instead of this one because in the end, this is what's going to be really noticeable. The other one is not going to be too noticeable because like I said before, it's going to be covered. So this is our card mainly. Okay, let's start working with our two other pieces. Let's start with the 3x9. This is simple. This card is, I don't know, it has like a super wow, I think, but when you open it, like when I saw it the first time, I was like, whoa, right? Amazing. But it's really simple because it does not have a lot of fancy cuts or score here and score there and cut on the way here. So I think that it's just nice to make it. We're going to score here at 2 1/4. And you guys know that I always have my cheat sheet around at 4 1/2 and at 6 3/4. Okay. And we're going to, so these should go valley, mountain, valley. And I'm going to bring my bone folder to go ahead and crease those for those folded areas so it works. I know you probably heard this from many other demonstrators, but definitely for interactive cards. Thank you, Mary. It is very important to really, really crease and use your bone folder to get those folds really, really well. It just helps a lot with the functioning of the card. Okay, so we have our first piece. Now let's work on the second piece. And like I said, here's my cheat sheet so you guys can see how it works. Okay, so we have the 3x8. We're going to place these in half. So at 1.5 inches, we're going to align there and we're going to score. And it's the half of 3, right? Susie, I'm not sure what you're talking. Yes, this is the 3x9, so this is the biggest piece. Is that what you're referring to, Susie? And this is the 3x8. I'm a little bit off camera. Let me see if I move here. Okay? If that's what you're asking, Susie, we are going to now, I think I can close this right now. And we are going to do 2 different scores. We're going to align at 2.5. And I'm going to bring my little pen and I'm going to make a little mark. And I'm going to get some lead. And so I'm going to mark on the top and on the bottom. And now we're going to move to 5.5. Hey, Donna, how are you? Well, you just missed a lot of me talking, which we know is coming. And we're going to line at 5.5 and do the same. Just kind of make a little dot in there to guide us and a little dot in here. Okay, what did I clarify that then, Susie? Let me know. So we have these 4 dots, not 2, these 4 dots, and we are going to create an X. And just so you know, this is going to look like this, okay? So we're going to create a score from these 5.5 to the 2.5, and same here, from these 2.5 to 5.5. So let's do that. This is where this trimmer is just so handy. I know I talked about it all the time. I really think that if you like, well, I'm glad. Yeah, I do talk a lot. I need to be mindful of time, right? But yeah, I do talk a lot. So I was saying this trimmer is awesome because it really helps when you're creating some of these, let's say, interactive cards or that have a few different cuts. So I'm aligning those 2 dots. I'm making sure they're actually in the right place, and now I'm going to score. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing. We'll align those 2 dots and we're going to score. And sometimes, I don't know you guys, but sometimes when you align like that, it's not exact. And I don't know if you can tell here is like, oops, I'm off. If you can tell here, it's a tiny, it's like I don't know, maybe less than a 16th of difference there. And that's okay. This will work fairly okay with a little bit of difference. Okay, so I don't think we're going to need this friend anymore because as usual, have all my pieces cut up. So what are we going to do? We are going to fold in the middle. This is the pop-up. Yes, it's a twist and pop-up card. It's a lovely card. I think it's just cute. Now I'm gonna say this. I think this is going to be super cute. I think you guys may love the other one I did. When I did it, I was like, oh my god, this turned out super nice. Much nicer than I envisioned, I think. So we're going to fold these. The one in the middle, we're going to fold it. If we see it this way, this is going to be mountain. And I just lost my bone folder. We're going to go ahead and crease that well. And now we're going to, like I showed you in my example there, we're going to fold this one this way. And we're going to cut, crease. And we're going to do the same here. And do it well. This is kind of what we were talking in the past about quality. It's very important if you're going to do interactive cards that you use nice cardstock, because it will suffer, opening and closing and opening and closing, and that's where Stampin' Up's quality is really worth it, because it will make these functioning much better, and I think it will last a much longer if you keep playing with it, Okay, so here is the quote unquote tricky, which is not really tricky, but I'm lacking the word, so it's okay. It's okay. So what do we do with this? What we do with this is we fold this half like we did before, and we push up. That's all. Again, it's already folded in half, right? On the long side, we fold it, or follow the fold, let's call it that way, and then we push back up, and this is your mechanism. And like I said, this is so much easier because we use the bone folder to really crease those folds. I am going to erase those marks, although we're not going to see it. Might as well, right? Yes, hey, this is me, and I show you guys. This is me all the time. This is how I work. I need my templates, because I can practice, and then I can cut here and, make changes to it if I want. And it's the only way I can work is making templates with all card. This is the Magenta Madness cardstock, and says, it's now retired. This is what I use. Okay, so we have these. Now we are going to bring our bone folder again and go ahead and crease those folds. So this stays much better, and I'm going to do it on the other side too. Okay. Yeah, absolutely, it's my CDO, Tara. So for those of you we're not in we had a little live on Sunday. It was kind of up in the whim, and Tara I was talking that I'm OCD, right, and I'm very strict about certain things. And Tara said that it's not OCD, it's CDO, because that's the correct order. And every time I think about it, Tara, you just made my day that day. So this is what we have, and then this is what's going to create the mechanism when it pops up. So let's go ahead and add these to our card here, and these should go. I'm just making sure I'm centered there, and you guys can see. I am not measuring. This is just how you say it. Well, I'm just calculating, and we are going to glue this. So to me, the easiest way to do this, of course, is using glue. Glue is a great resource. I'm going to put the glue on the top. Be mindful of not putting too much glue on the side so you don't have my usual problem that it spills over. And I'm going to really locate this or center this as best as I can, and lower, here's let me make this. Let me make this a little closer for now. So here's the score line. We're just going to go a little bit, not a whole lot, but just not. Thank you, Donna. Eyeballing. That's what I was thinking of, but it just the word didn't come. I keep telling my husband that I need to stop using like that, like sayings, right? Because I remember them, but I sometimes I remember them halfway. Sometimes I remember them. I don't remember them at all, but they're stuck in my brain. So I'm trying to really figure out what the saying was. It's just quite funny. So I need to like not use them, but I still do. Okay, so as you can tell, I'm going to bring this a little bit here. This is a little bit, a tiny bit below the score line. If we put it all the way to the score line, it's going to kind of impede the correct movement in it or make it harder for it to move correctly. I'm making sure this, making sure that it's centered here and here is more or less the same distance between one and the other. It just helps with the eyeballing piece. And we are going to glue this. And now we're just going to go on the other side. And I'm just giving it a little push. And we're going to glue the other one. And that's the easiest way for me to do this. Kind of just ask me how I know, right? Well, just use like calculating. I don't think we have something that it's similar to. Let me think about it. That is similar to eyeballing it. So we're going to go ahead and glue and press. And I'm going to press here for 2 seconds. So it really gets glued. While that is gluing, and what I'm going to do is bring one of my blocks and boom, put it there. So it kind of sort of hold it together. I always do. And it's just funny, right? Like I have it very clearly in my brain. So that's a problem because then I'm like, how is it that it's not coming, right? Why isn't it coming? Like I know what I'm trying to say. Come on. But yeah, they just go sometimes. I'm good with that. Now we're going to bring this piece and obviously before we glue it, we are going to decorate it. No, I don't think there is. I mean, if I were thinking, I was thinking if there's something, but I would have said calculating. It may come something different, but I think calculating would be. And same as always, guys, here's my little tray with thousands of little pieces. Let me move out a little bit because we don't need to be this close now. Okay. And my tray is here. So these are, like I said, here's my cheat sheet. These are 2 1/4 by 3, right? So the little pieces we're going to use are going to be 1/8 smaller. 2 1/8 by 2 7/8 and 2 by 2 3/4. Okay. Now I did die cut some of those super cute little animals because I just love them, right? I told you guys I love them. But I am going to start moving all these out so we have a good idea of what we're doing here. And these are my pieces. Okay, so I decided that I wanted to use this yellow, which is the back of the other one. And I have to tell you guys, I suffered because, okay, how often does this happen to you? Like you see a cardstock like Stampin' Up because they're double-sided and you love one side and then you love the other side and then you're stuck using both of them and oh my god, it's so sad, right? Like because you use pretty quickly the cheats that you really like and I really suffer. Oh, are you that? Oh my, have you ever been there, Donna? That sounds super cool. I love the, I mean, yeah. Um, It's one of those places that I'm really, really would like to go someday. So I am going to use in here these this pattern paper, okay? And I'm going to keep some of those flowers, and I'll show you why. And those flowers here. Just kidding. Yeah, just like that. And then we'll do one in the front and one in the front. And I am debating. See, Tara, I know it's so sad. I am debating if I want them uh, alternated or if I want them like all together. So I'll define that as I go. You guys know that I do some of that. I am thinking that before we go ahead and glue this or adhere that, we are going to use our Stamparatus. I have to tell you guys, the more I work with it, the more in love I am with. I'm using Happier Than Happy for You. Oh, yes, yes. Every time I see those ads, I'm like, oh, it's so beautiful. It looks so beautiful. From the, oh goodness, from the Happier Than Happy bundle. I really like that one. And playing in the rain brings a lot of stumps, but it does not have a lot of sayings. It has "Oh Happy Day" and "Rainy Days Are Better With You," and I just wanted it to make it more of a celebration kind of setting. So we are going to ink that, and you guys have always told me don't forget to put a stamp case in here, so it helps to stabilize when you're putting the ink on them. And I'm going to use just Balmy Blue. I really like the color combo of the green, the Balmy Blue, and the Mango Melody. Yeah, Judy, that is true. I have had that. There's something I'm like, oh yeah, not my favorite, but I always like them. But I have found out that often the two patterns that I like the most are in one sheet. So it's like the back of the other one, and it's so sad. And I have my hello here because I wanted to tell you and kind of remind you why using the Stamparatus can be. This one is from the Happier Than Happy bundle. Isn't the annual catalog? This is one of my favorite. Well, of course, it has the animals, Maria. So yes, this is one of the bundles that I absolutely love. Okay, so let's go ahead and stamp this. And there it goes. And what's the advantage of this? I can go a little bit because I did not do very well there. And I'm going to move this away. And I just wanted to remind you to clean your stamps. Here's my very well and loved chamois in pieces. That way I can use these, clean it up here. But I really want to tell you, when is the Stamparatus like almost a must, especially if you're like me and when you stamp, I don't know, I sometimes I do a really good job, but sometimes I don't. Right, you're so right, Judy. That's when you do that. Okay, so in words like this that are bigger, or let me show you this. You see how it's well inked in here, but not in here. When there's a lot of area in the stamp, that's when it comes, this Stamparatus is so handy, right? Because you can go ahead and ink again and go ahead and ink and even make extra pushes there where you know that it did not ink well, and then you will end with a perfect stamp greeting or stamp. So I absolutely love these about the Stamparatus, and I would recommend it, especially if you're newer to it or if you're scared about stamp. Well, not scared, but yeah, scared is the right word about stamping. Now, this hello is from the Fragrant Flowers, just in case. And I love um, these big words, and that's why I'm using it. But I also, this is the one that I used for the other card. Okay, let's put these away so we don't create any craziness in here, and put our Stamparatus away. Again, if you don't have it, I really think you should get it. It's one of those tools that make your life so much easier. Oh, I do. That I do, and I love it. I agree with you, Donna. And you know what I like the most of it, Donna, is that they will be perfect for Easter cards. They have the just pastel colors and little dots and um, I forgot the name, plaid paper. Like I love that. So let's go back to here and let's organize this. I think I have decided to put them separately. So, or alternated. So this one is going to go here like this. Okay, let's get adding layers. These are again an eighth smaller. I don't know if I do the eighth smaller just because it's so much easier for me nowadays to see the eighth, right? Eyeballing the eighth, it's really easy. It was not when I started doing these. So I have to say I'm very happy that I'm getting trained. You know, I try not to, I don't know. I try not to buy two packets because then I'm like, well, I need to use them, right? That's the important thing. So, but anyways, I sometimes do. Do be mindful, as always, if the pattern paper has a direction to their pattern, because definitely it will affect how it looks, and we don't want it to be messed up. In this case, my flowers need to be have a direction, and this one should go here. I think that's partially why I like this suite so much. It was not only the animals, it was the colors. Like I said, that color combination of balmy blue and green and yellow is just really, really beautiful. And it is good that if you mix and match stamps and different, you know, within your cards, because that's the whole goal, right? Is to have the stuff so you can really play with them and get creative with them. Okay, we're almost done with adding these. There's not, it's only 4, so it's not that bad. See, boom, Donna, you got me. Every so often, actually, that's what happened in the other card that I'll show you here in a second. Every so often, I have that. That I'm like, oh my God, I want to use this paper as a layer because it matches really, really well. But I want to show more of the paper. And yes, I absolutely do fourth borders. There's been times where I even make the borders, you know, even more than a fourth, sometimes a half or whatnot, just to, because I really like that. So this is what's going to go in there. I am going to decorate this first. That worked very, very well for me when I was making the first one. You do you, of course, but I just feel that it's much easier. So this paper has 2 different size animals, and let me show you here. So this turtle is from one of the papers, and this is from the other one. As you can tell, they're a little smaller. So the bigger ones I am going to keep outside. I always cut a lot. Thank you, Donna. Yes, please don't forget to share. I really appreciate that. So these 2 are a little bit smaller, and I think they do well here. But I don't know, you guys, if you feel the same thing I do. I just kept feeling that these kind of gets, what's the right word? Kind of gets really, um, okay, I forgot the word. Well, you are not able to see them very well. That's what they say. But I figured I can bring this bridge and I'll cut it in here, right? And just create some extra white that will help our little piggy pop, and we'll do the same here. Although this one pops a little bit more, but the piggy was like really, you could barely see it within the much green because it also has green in it. So I'm going to go ahead and do one of those really, really technical things. I'm actually thinking this should be this way. And use my pen. So here to make um, a little mark in there. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut it. I know, very technical. And we're going to use... Right. Yeah, again, that was, look at that. I probably reused the paper that had something in it. That happens. Um, they do, again, a really good job, and I know there's a lot of other companies that do also good jobs at that, but I definitely like the Stampin'Up DSP. They're really, really creative. Okay, so I'm going to put our little bridge in here, and we're going to bring a little... I keep thinking, do I want to use a bigger one? It's just they're too big. I think I'm going to use that one. It makes sense, right? It gets less um, mixed with the colors because it pops up. So, and you read my mind. I cut another one, another piece. I did cut another piece that is here, and we are going to do the same thing. But kind of, we're going to be creating a bridge kind of setting, right? So a continuum of the bridge. So I'm trying to locate them at the same time, at the same air, at the same time, at the same height. I'm going to make my little mark in there, and we're going to cut. And I am definitely going to erase this here. And so I am just eyeballing this again. So now I can use that word every time I want. It's very, very good. And making sure that it looks almost like it's the same bridge. And we're going to go ahead and put some glue on it. You can absolutely add some of that adhesive sheet that you can die cut with. I chose not to. I was like, I'm simple. Let's keep it simple. Glue does the job just as well. I'm moving these a tiny bit so you guys can tell. That's not very straight. I think it's a tiny bit more. And that looks straight to me. So I'm going to bring my bunny in here. And then we'll bring our... Oh, Jesus, what do you think this is? A cat? I mean, a cat. A dog? I think it's a dog. Let's say it's a dog. And we're going to bring our dog in here. I think it's a dog. If you're going to mail this card, don't use dimensionals because it's just going to make it thicker. You'll see here in a second the other one I have. But I am going to use dimensionals because it is what it is. I like my dimensionals and I like my fun. So I'm just putting one like that. Really, honest, I don't think this is going to have a lot of wear and tear in the sense that it does, I don't know how to say, like when you open it, it's not going to get stuck in places. And so I don't think it needs 500 of them. I do think that the ear needs another one. So we're going to put him in here. And now we're going to bring some for our dog. Or Yeah, I think it's a dog. let's keep it with dog. It's fine. Okay. And this one is going to go around here. I absolutely love this. So some of the other things I cut, this is also from the paper, and I figure I wanted to put this one here and leave a little bit of space in here to write. I thought it was a raccoon, but like the raccoon has the thing, like it looks like a mask, right? Anyways, who knows? The little critter. So we're more accurate with that. So I'm putting this a little off the white so I have a little bit more space to sign and say, happy birthday or whatever the celebration is. And that's our little pop-up. I always close this because I feel that way my glue, it does not get dry. Because if there's something as bad as is, being in the live and the glue's dry, which has happened anyways. Okay, so this should be, let's remove these two things. This should be already, well, glued. More than it, of course, same as always. That happens to me, but it works. Some extra glue in here, so we'll fix that. I have a way to fix it, which is good. And this will go, in this larger piece will go at here in here. Where do we put the glue? The glue goes in this corner and in this corner. I did not try to see if there was any difference between the corners, but most of what I saw was using these two corners. So I'm just going to go with the flow and go with those two corners. I'm going to expand this a tiny bit. And I am going to use tear and tape. I know I've told you guys that I really, really think it's stronger. And I really like it. And I am going to put it on this side and not on the other piece. I feel that it's much safer this way. And I'm going to turn around and put it on the other corner. It'll be the corner opposing to it. Yeah, exactly. They do look like bandidos. That's so funny. Oh my God, Little Rascals. I had so much fun watching that show when I was little. It's just, let's not tell people. But that was cute. And to remove these backings, I am going to remove one corner first, and then we'll remove the other one. Okay. So what do we do now? We will adhere these with this. Not adhere. We'll adhere them. Yes, what I'm trying to say is we'll align these two corners, Maria, and make sure that they're okay. And then we'll go to the other corner and do the exact same thing. And again, I am going to use my bone folder. Oops. So we can remove the backings of it. I think I've said this in the past, but I have found out that Stampin' Up tear and tape, it's really good. And on top of that, like the backing comes super easy. Oh my God, I have had some cheaper ones in the past. I don't want to even tell you how much I suffered. And we're going to do the same thing on this side, moving so you can see better. We're going to make sure that these two are aligned, and we're going to glue. And that's what makes the mechanism. We're going to help it a little bit, but as you can tell, that helps. A senior. Judy is so funny. And here we open, and there it closes. And it needs some Susie, that's hilarious. And it needs some practice, so it goes back and forth and back and forth. Okay, so 2 things that I did. I don't know, you guys, but these drives me insane. Like, it's out there doing nothing. These two pieces. So this piece that is floating there and these two pieces. And so I did the other one and pretty much just cut it. And it did not affect the functionality of the card. So I know it just feels to me that it has no purpose. And it just looks like a flop. I don't know. So I just cut it. And then you just don't see it anymore. Okay. So again, the other card, it did not affect it at all. At all. Like, I did it and it's been working perfectly. Okay. You can probably cut this, you know what, before you actually glue it together. I don't know why I did it last, but oh well. And there it goes. Like, so I even feel that it helps these move in and out faster. Really? You're so funny, Judy. You know, that's funny because we don't watch a lot of TV either. So, okay, I am going to finish this. So, I was not going to put anything in here and I'm going to leave it as is. If you're interested, you can always put a little white piece here to write more if you know needed. I did cut out some extra clouds with the die and I'm just going to put them in here somewhere, right? Just to add some more texture to it. And some more texture here. And like I said, don't use dimensionals if you really want to send this through the mail and, you know, not get dinged in the meter. I have accepted that my cards will always get dinged and I'm okay. I don't send thousands of cards a year, you know, so it's not like I'm going to go broke. So, but yeah, I have, it's just what it is. I like them. So there we go. So that's the inside. Isn't this super, super cute? I absolutely love this sweet. Okay. Now we're going to go and work with the front. And for the front, I did have one of our super cute friends. I like this one with the oh my goodness, this is Fruit of Flamingo. I think it is Fruit of Flamingo or Calypso Coral. I keep forgetting which one is it. But I got that one so it would make some sort of statement, right? It's very different. And well, I guess I got this one after working these and realizing that the colors are all too similar and they kind of get washed out. And let's see, what else do we have here to cut and play with? We do have, in all these more clouds, all these are the dies that come with, oops, let me see, sorry, with the set. And it has a, oh, that's nice. I love Christian music. There is a kite, and we're going to create a kite. I cut it in white. So we're going to get him there, or her. And it also brings so all these little pieces. That's why I love Stampin' Up, right? It has these little pieces for the kite. And then it does have these as an extra decoration for the kite as well. I do struggle putting it together. For some reason, it's like it should be much simpler, and then it's not. And it looks like I cut this the wrong place, so I'm going to turn my kite over, and this should do. Yes, or not. Okay, guys. Ah, there it is. It looks like I really suck at Legos. Okay. Poor Maria. Ah, ta-da! See? So I'm going to hold it as is because obviously I don't want to struggle a whole lot more with it. Put some glue and decorate our kite. And this is just the back of one of the papers, the designer series paper. And I figured that some yellow would definitely create fun against the blue or balmy blue. If you have, and I was looking at it, I just got these 3 twine combo, and I was thinking you can probably add some twine to it and make it more realistic if you want. Um, I'm not going to do that today, just so the live does not go much longer, because I definitely am talking too much, guys. So we are going to go ahead and glue our kite. I'm keeping her there and just putting the kite there. And then we'll bring dimensionals, of course. I bet you knew that. In here. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut a little piece in here. And I'm just going to put it all together because it kind of fits there. Fits very well, actually. So she is going to go like that. And that stuck to me. Oops, that's okay. There we go. And I am purposefully using these dimensional to hold the cord, if you want to call it. Now we are going to glue our, I think this one should go up there, some of our clouds. One up there, and then we're going to bring this one here. I absolutely love this card. This paper. It is. Part of the dies include I absolutely agree. It includes a tree stump, and so I just cut it out of crumb cake and use my blenders to create some interest in it. And we're going to put our friend here, and I'm going to use glue to it. And before I put that, let me get my sentiment, which is hiding. There it goes. So you guys know how much I like big sentiments. I am trying to figure out where I need to put this. It looks like I'll have to cut a little bit more, but this can go in here. So I'm going to leave my tree stump there. We'll take care of this right now. And I am using my puncher. I forget its name. I will not lie to you guys. And we're just going to go ahead and cut it. And you can go back in there and organize it so it's straight. And we are going to cut the other side as well. And you can do it the other way just in case it's more helpful. I thought it was more or less the same, so not. And we'll see if this fits. And it's still a little bit too big, so I am just going to move our dimensional a little bit and make sure it fits there. And there it goes. Okay. And so, because I did that, I'm just going to remove these a tiny bit and put some glue to it. And that will take care of getting it all perfectly glued. Now, I cut these little bows, which I think belong to. I will not. I swear to God, because I think Tara is right. If I get too silent, then it gets weird, I think. Yeah. I mean, like, I will have to put music or something, it just sounds weird. I am using some of that paper as well, of the designer series paper, for these little bows. And I'm just going to use 2. I have 3 of them, but I'm just going to use 2 of them. I think that's enough. And the last thing for this card is going to be using the loose daisy embellishment. These are wonderful for checker cards, but I thought it will just be a nice. Let me just not make a mess. I'm just opening it so slowly so it just doesn't blow over. um, it would just be nice to put them in here because I feel that they are very, very colorful, right? And I'm going to use the ones that have the red in them. The color combination is yellow and not red, but because that looks super, super cute. Kind of what I was saying before, it will get washed out in the white, right? So we want it to be noticeable. And here we go. Oh my God, this is so freaking cute. And the last piece, Jesus Maria, is I do have some of those umbrellas. I fussy cut it. And I just think it would be fun to put it here like, kind of like that, like it's hanging out or maybe. Thank you, Judy. I appreciate that. Putting it like that, maybe like, the rain is gone and I just threw my umbrella and I'm playing in the rain. And I'm playing because it's not raining anymore kind of setting. And I'm going to use one of these pieces so it's a little bit elevated. I'm just pretty sure, yeah, I was sure it was going to be too big, but that's fine. We cut it. And that just flew away somewhere, so that was pretty funny. And we're going to put this one in here. Again, like it's right there. She just put it there. That is, let me remove all my paper and messing here. That is our card. What do you guys think? I think it's so freaking cute. But then again, I really like this kind of stuff. So, okay, let me move a little bit so you can see it all. I don't know why it's being nasty there, but I think it's just using it. Usage will make it better. So this is the first card. Now the second card I made, it's this one. Aw, isn't it cute? So I am using that. It's called Brush Metallic Paper. It's in the Desert. I forgot the name of that sweet collection. I've not gotten the collection, but of course you guys knew I was going to take this one. Buy this one. And it is supposed to be Calypso Coral. I mean, it's supposed to be Cajun Craze. But I thought it really matched the Calypso Coral really well. And it looks beautiful with these flowers. I just feel that it looks gorgeous, gorgeous. This base is Evening Green, then Calypso Coral in that one. And that's what I was telling you guys. I was thinking of doing something different in here. And then I was like, oh my God, no, I like this paper too much to just cover it, right? So, and this is the inside. So here I did cover it, but I do have a couple of bigger pieces here. And this is just that paper, for that free paper. And of course I forget its name because it's like I need some vitamins to remember names or something along those lines. So it's called the Favorite Flowers. And so I did, of course, get the whole bundle, kind of because of the same thing with the other one. These two will cut parts of the paper, which is what I did here. It just cut parts of the paper, and it's just super easy to create, right? Anything. I love this color. I mean, I just love this card very, very, very much, I have to say. And then I just used, these are the, hello, where are you? I just put them away. Of course I just put them away. When I put things away, I just like hide them. I don't know why that happens. Okay, here they are. Sorry about that. These are the flower adhesive back trinkets. So they have a little bit more dimension to it, but I really, really like them. So these are your two cards. I really think they're super cute. This one is super cute. This is elegant. I think And Tara says that she would take a memory pill, but then she'd forget to take it. Oh my God, I'm so right there with you all the time. I'm like, the only thing I'm very mindful of is antibiotics, but I am thankful that I still don't need to take any pills or, for just general health because I completely will forget them. Like, I am not kidding. So I'm right there with you, Tara. So these are your two cards for today. Um, I'm not sure why this one is like giving me a hard time to close, but as you can tell, it closed well. It's the same measurement. So, but this is what I was telling you. It gets a little thick. The same here, right? It gets a little thick. So I think you will probably get charged extra if you send them through the mail. Thank you, Donna. I appreciate that. I am glad you guys like them. Let me know which one you like the most. I think this is a very cheerful one. I really like because of the colors. It's so cheerful. Like I said, I think this one is more in the elegant kind of color. So, anyways, thank you for being here with me. I'm going to center this in the camera. I appreciate your support, guys, all the time. You make this life so much fun, and I really, really appreciate you guys being here. Um, uh, just in general, don't forget to like the video if you like the cards and to subscribe to the channel if you like the general content of the channel. I am live a good 95% of the time on Tuesdays, and I do work on some paper pumpkin alternatives that I was doing Thursdays, but now it's kind of looking that it's going to be on the weekends. Oh, did it, Judy? I didn't know. I didn't know it went up again. Maybe I should be rethinking my cards a little bit if I want to send them. Oh, that's a good idea, Donna, to buy those. Yes. I yeah. I I have to say I'm addicted to paper, so I even the stamps have to be the ones I like, and I kind of collect them too. So yeah, mea culpa. I love stamps. My dad used to have a super big collection of stamps. It was so cool. I don't know if he still have it. I should ask him. I'm glad you like them both, Susie. I'm so thankful. So super cute little critters and elegant one. Don't forget this paper is for free with your $50 purchase, and it matches with the. I have it here. Fragrant Flowers bundle. I am so happy that Stampin' Up! Finally decided to call the dies and the stamps the same name. Because again, not good memory, and so you have to remember two names. Now you just have to remember one. So that's how it's called. It's Fragrant Flowers, and they, like I said, they cut the paper as well, and I just love it. All these are cutouts. I didn't stamp any of the flowers, which seems to be like have a lot of detail in them. Isn't this gorgeous? To paint, I mean to color, it's good. I can imagine something like this and just using your watercolors or even like in the watercolor paper. That should look gorgeous. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I do wish you guys I try to be mindful of that, Judy. I definitely splurge in Christmas. I cannot help it, and I also do Easter cards. I do send quite a bit of them. Um, I don't. I think that. Yeah, I think that that's in birthdays. I try to keep birthdays up uh, for sending cards as well. A lot of the birthday cards, though, that for my family, I just give them to them when in the party or whatever, so that makes it cheaper. Same as the Christmas cards, I just include them for the family that we're going to see on Christmas Day. I just include them with their gift. That's all. Save myself some bucks. Ladies, many blessings to you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or of your week, and we'll be chatting probably next week on Tuesday for the live. Many hugs. Thank you for being here. Okay, I'm coming up here so it does not look weird when I bye bye.